Wait, can you guys hear this? Oh shit, you probably can. Hi. Mm.
Norn Queens and Gentle Xenos, coming to you live from Rick Priestley's luxurious mansion. This is the #1 Tyranid shit show on the internet, the Creature Conference. And here is your host, Mr. Pink.
Now my mic is on. Now you can talk, my love.
Yeah.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Thank you to all those wonderful people out in YouTube land who sat there waiting for what? Ooh, my 23 minutes since I said that we were going to. I didn't know if I was going to be able to stream today, because I had to go and do a thing for work. And I was like, oh, if I can like get home in good time, it'll be totally fine. Stream. But nothing ever goes as planned. So I was in another town. I was in another town like a 2-hour drive away. I was like, oh, if I leave it a good time, I can get back. And then like I had told that average Joe crew dude, I had told him that I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be in your town. Like maybe we should meet up. And he's like, yeah, that's a good idea. I'm like, okay, great. And then I was like, oh, but I gotta leave like double quick because I need to get home to stream. And he's like, yeah, no problem. And then of course I had to do some work stuff. So long story short, the reason that we're starting late tonight is entirely my fault. These other glorious co-hosts of mine have been sitting here patiently, professionally waiting.
Almost.
Almost? You were
Almost
here?
professional.
Almost
Yeah,
professional.
I'm here, but my body is here.
Body is here, but maybe not your mind.
Yeah, sort of.
Have you had a long week?
Yeah, no, yeah. Sort of, I don't know. Look, you can see how professional I am because you can see my arm.
I didn't know. Did you want to do video? Sorry, did you want to do video? Because I didn't have your video up here because I wasn't sure if you wanted to.
Yeah, I see. This is how prepared I am. I didn't, prepare my shit here for my Jesus. Okay.
Well, that's fine. I can.
That's on brand for the #1 Tyranid shit show.
Damn right. Oh yeah. Okay. In case you're lost, you'd have just stumbled into. I don't know that you would be lost because you've maybe been waiting for 25 minutes for this illustrious pile of whatever this is. Yeah, this is the #1 Tyranid shit show on the internet, the Creature Conference. We come to you live every week from a different room in Rick Priestley's palatial mansion. That's High Fleet Moloch's fault, but he's not here right now. And will not be joining us tonight, unfortunately. But yeah, we come to you from a different room in Rick Priestley's mansion. And Hydra, since you're the one who's so prepared, what room in Rick Priestley's mansion are we coming to people from this week?
Okay, just because I am kind of affected by that sort of myself right now. That's a very long story. Let's make it short. We are coming from his fitness room.
Fitness room?
Yeah, not just any random fitness room. He has this box, how's it called? Box bag?
Oh, punching bag.
Punching bag, yes. He has a big punching bag hanging in his fitness room where he does, where he
Punching
goes
things?
and beats the shit out of all those capitalistic assholes who have destroyed the brand he had created.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
like
where
this.
we're coming from.
I like this. Okay, cool. Great. I'm just going to try and get your video up here. So is there a, oh, that is not what I want to show. Oh, neither is that. Wow, this is fantastic. Good work. Good work, Discord on, or whatever the hell you are on doxing my ass. I just show, okay, I don't think there was anything critical screen. Yeah, we're professionals. We do this every week. We're amazing. Wait, why do I have Hydra in here twice?
Streamception.
I had the window in here and I didn't think it was showing up, and it was showing up, so I added it again. Professional. There's the good window. Where's the crappy one I just added? Yes, get rid of it. There's Hydra. There we go. Why do you feel like hitting a punching bag this week? You want to talk about it?
Yeah, I can. Sure. I had a very interesting encounter today at work.
Yeah.
And it's one of those occasions where I feel, how do I put that right? Weird about my job.
Yeah.
Let's put it this way. Hmm. If you will, if sometimes I regard myself, when you are a tutor of a class, as I am, you sometimes feel like a captain of a ship, and you try to keep the ship afloat for whatever reasons. And in my career so far, I never had the joy of bringing a ship into a harbor. I always had to leave the ship while it was still running, so I never had the joy of having my students, finish school while I was their tutor. So, but what I did have was, in all the ships that I have been captain of, I have lost people to the sea, and
This is epic. I love this.
and today I have lost my third crew member
Uh-oh.
in my career. So he's not dead.
I can hear the guys again,
Shit
and
show,
apparently the
shit
speed
show,
test says
shit
we're
show,
okay. Maybe it's
shit
going to be
show,
okay. We'll
shit,
see.
shit show.
All right. I'll talk to you soon. All right. All right. I hear you guys are back.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
I don't. The shit show is particularly shitty today. It's amazing.
Hey, and we're back
my
on stream.
my computer keeps telling me that OBS is disconnecting and reconnecting. I don't really know why. No visibility on that. So let's just continue. So what I took from that, Simon, through all the connections and disconnections and reconnections, is that one of your co-teachers is no longer your co-teacher.
No, one of my crew members is no longer my crew members.
Oh, is that a student?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood.
Or
Okay. And you said that you should be glad, or you shouldn't be glad, or you are glad, or you're not glad. I missed that.
I should be glad that he's gone, but
Yeah.
because there are certain types of people can be complicated to keep around, but it feels like a failure to me because I have I kind of lost him. I was sort of in charge, and
Yeah.
it makes pretty clear where the boundary of my job is. Like, you can only accompany the kids until the door, and what
Yeah.
happens after that is beyond my reach, and that's I sometimes would like to think otherwise.
Yeah.
And then reality comes around and kicks my ass and says, "Hey, you can do shit about life."
Well, sorry, dude.
And as much work as he would have caused if he would have stayed,
Yeah.
it's more that I don't see. Especially, we had the talks with his parents, and I don't see any positive future for him because his superiors are on one side they pretend to be caring, and on the other side,
When you say his superiors, are you euphemistically referring to his parents?
yes,
Nice.
they kind of are pretending to be caring, and on the other side they're just caring for their own stuff, and this makes it. This is basically the cause why he has chosen the path that he did, and
Yeah.
and it will not change. And
Mhm.
that's very hard to swallow because I'm here to help the kids and help them become better humans or whatever. And
Yeah.
suddenly I have to acknowledge that this is not going to happen with this specific person, and that makes that creates a very weird feeling.
Weird, man.
Yeah,
That sounds challenging.
yeah, it is. I have quotation marks lost other students before, so I kind of know how that feels, and I know that this can happen. And the old saying goes, "You cannot rescue them all." That's for sure.
Yeah.
But it still, is a tough pill to swallow
Yep.
when you're reminded that you simply cannot rescue them all, especially those who need to be rescued.
Yes.
Yeah.
Flynn, are you able to do the chat? I think that there's something from Diana for Simon in the chat.
Diana says, Simon, you obviously care a lot about your students and go above and beyond. You can only do so much, and it isn't your fault. If you try and can't get through to someone, you haven't failed.
Thank you. Yes, I do my best to see it this way.
What a lovely sentiment. I agree.
Okay. I'm going to quickly run through the hellos, seeing as we've now got the
Oh, thank
stream
you.
chat. So, hello to James Milner, Evil Laugh Entertainment, Jordan Hill, Fergus Carroll, Diana, A Lamb, Mindfuss One, Skycrow, Succeed, damn you! Boyd
What?
Murdoch, and that's everyone. So, War Pig Mint.
Oh, succeed, damn you, someone's name. I didn't realize what
Succeed,
you're
damn
doing.
you! Yeah, so I've got to do that for it as the name. So, I haven't seen before Mindfuss One, Skycrow, or Succeed, damn you. This is your first one. Welcome.
Hello.
Yeah, welcome.
And Mole Ninja.
Succeed, damn you. I'm glad you heard my sneeze. I realized kind of that my audio was on. But I was like, oh, I'm not going to say anything. It's fine. I should have turned it off.
And Brett Evans has said, yes, perfect time for an ad while Flynn reads a heartfelt message.
What? Oh, no. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
ads. Sorry.
Diana has also added, your other students will be better off without the disruption that this student presumably caused.
Yeah, that's
You
something
know.
I try to keep in mind, that
It's a smart take.
at some point it's better to keep the whole group in focus and not on the single person.
Mm-hmm.
As hard as this sounds, and as contrary to my usual belief this is, but in this very occasion, it's very important to keep the security and the safety of everyone in mind.
It's also a very mature way to go about it. Good plan.
Yeah, well, it's
Yeah, and like you do have that's the thing. Like I think as much as you may feel responsible for this one student, you still have responsibility to how many other students?
yeah, that's right.
And like though you can't save this one, you are saving all of the rest.
Yep. Yeah. And I think what frustrates me so much about the situation is that I'm not a psychologist by far, but
Yeah.
I can see why this is happening. I can see where it's coming
Yeah.
from, and I could even give solutions to the problem. But as my superior, who has been in the talk today, did as well, and everyone else involved had possible solutions for this family. But nothing of that will happen, and this will just cause this one young boy to go down the drain, and
Yeah.
because he basically didn't have a chance because his parents are you know self-centered idiots.
Oh damn, that sucks.
Yeah. Well, not too many dark thoughts, but this has been on my day. I think this whole thing is enforced by me getting way too little sleep last night because I spent most of the evening and most of the night,
Painting.
yeah, painting.
So you've been working on that hunter for the new Slug Wizards competition. Was the reason that you spent the most of the night painting because it's like there's a deadline
Yeah,
coming up or something?
the deadline was last night.
Oh, okay.
It basically,
I was gonna say, I know you well, and I know that you are deadline oriented.
yeah, it almost felt like fixing something for a golden demon. Like, oh yeah, this needs to be done tonight and not tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah. So I initially had thought that the competition would run until today. So I thought
Yep.
that it would be, I can finish that painting on the weekend, but for some reason the competition ended on a Thursday, which is quite challenging.
What? Unheard of.
Yeah, I know. And suddenly my whole nice plan went to hell.
So many plans.
Well, and you finished it in time?
Yeah.
In the end?
Yeah, I didn't go to bed before last night, before it was finished. And my lovely wife.
Are you willing to
usually-
share what time you went to bed?
Huh?
Are you willing to share what time you went to bed?
No, I had way too little sleep to be responsible.
Just in case someone from work were to stumble across this random stream thing that you do?
Yeah. Just so you slept for how long before working so long? And the day has been very draining. Like, I have been working the whole day. I didn't have a break. My Friday.
Oh god. And you had to deal with this student thing today?
Yes.
Or that was like
Yes,
this
yes.
week, but not
That,
today.
that was in addition to all that. And then I
Yeah.
came home from the student thing. No, I didn't come home. I went to the kindergarten straight away because there was
You got your kids.
a parents' afternoon.
Oh god.
And so I went there, and when this was done, I went shopping for the week. So I did the weekly shopping afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now I try to stay afloat with coffee the whole day. And now
Yeah.
I have retired to German beer, to German tea.
German tea?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I already feel it.
It sounds like you earned it.
Yeah. Well, I feel it's affecting me already, but that's in a very good way.
Good. Well, you know what? I am really touched that you actually wound up on stream with us, especially since I scheduled the stream late, especially since I was late. After all of that. So thank you for joining us. In fact, I feel like High Fleet Moloch is not joining us tonight because he got taken down by Grandfather Nurgle. I think you could have just as easily begged off with a similar, not the same excuse, but a similar excuse. You were laid low by Grandfather Zinch. Too much
Yeah,
change.
too much change, right? Yeah, but on the other side, this is kind of my therapy session here. So
Oh, good. Oh, I love being your therapy session.
Free therapy.
yeah, it's
I don't know. I don't know if I'd say free, Flynn. We're pretty taxing.
He's not paying us.
True.
yeah.
Not with money, at least. With like suffering, maybe.
You can feast on my suffering, if you will, and take that as a payment.
Yeah. I don't know if it came through when I was dealing with the crappiest internet in the world today, apparently. But I was at a off-site event today for my company. I knew it was going to be challenging to make it back for stream time. I thought about rescheduling this for like tomorrow or something. I didn't think that would work out. So that's why I scheduled it a little later than we normally schedule. So sorry for the late start, especially for folks who aren't in North America, because I know we already have these things start pretty late. And sorry to both of you Flynnhammer and Hydra. But yeah, I was over ambitious in thinking that I could stream today, but I'm glad we're doing it.
Hmm.
Especially since Hydra needs a therapy session. Like, let's do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm glad to be here with you today. If you haven't already seen it, I did probably one of the reasons I'm late, and probably one of the reasons that I would have been more on time. And the thing I was thinking about when Hydra was saying, "Oh, I'm not going to tell you when I went to bed last night, just in case someone from my work stumbles across this." I was like, "Oh man, I hope no one from my work stumbles across my YouTube," because I did like a live stream with that Crute guy, or not that, sorry, Average Joe Crute dude in the middle of the day. But whatever, that was my lunch. I was allowed. Yeah, I was in this other town, and there's this cool store there that sells Warhammer, but also like video game stuff, but also like Pokemon cards, but also like vintage toys and new toys. It's a, and also gold. Like it's a pawn shop, but it's a pawn shop like for reselling miniatures and toys and stuff as well.
Wow.
It's a really weird
It's
place.
a nerd pawn shop.
So, sorry,
A
what?
nerd pawn shop.
It's exactly that, except for they also have gold rings. I don't understand this place. Like it is wild, this place. So like very well organized and all that, but it's a little wild, like the range of stuff they have there.
Mhm.
So check out that stream. I got Average Joe Crute Dude to give me a tour of this shop because he's from like the town where the shop is. And I got recommended to it by Miniature Spencer. And this was my second visit. Also, in typical us tradition, the audio might be completely unwatchable. If someone like Flynn, have you watched it?
No, not yet.
Okay. Someone needs to tell me if the audio is that bad because I'm a little worried. Because what I did is like I invited him to join the stream because I wanted it to be on both of our YouTube channels. But then I didn't think that like the phones would be picking up each other's audio.
Oh wow.
Because we had to do it on 2 different phones. It was weird. So it could be completely unwatchable. But you know, you could just turn off your audio and see what you see.
Subtitles.
If anyone in the chat has actually watched it, please tell me if it's watchable or if the audio is terrible.
Basically, what you're
'Cause I was too
doing
busy
is
driving to watch
clickbait.
it.
You're aware of that, right?
What? By telling people to watch it?
Yeah.
Sure.
Go
Well,
go
I don't
watch
know if
it
it's
and tell me
clickbait
if
when
it's
I'm
good
like,
or not.
no, I don't know if it's clickbait if my premise is this might hurt your brain. Please go watch it. I don't know if that's a good way to like sell it.
So Mall Ninja says, so didn't finish the video, but yes, the part I watched had crazy feedback.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I tried to turn down the audio on both phones, but it didn't work.
Oh no.
Oh,
Maybe
Bill.
it's not useful. Maybe we'll have to delete it. We'll see.
Ah.
Well-
I wanted to move fast and break things.
Yeah, so Boyd says, I tried watching but bowed out after 5 minutes because the feedback. Found it
Oh no.
unwatchable.
Sorry. Thank you for your honest opinion. I appreciate
And
that.
thank you very much, Brett Evans, with 2 Aussie dollary dues
Whoa!
for Hydra's therapy fund.
Thank you very much, Brett.
Actually,
Oh geez.
Hydra came up with a new fund.
Oh yeah, you do.
So he was saying that after the last weekend I was away with Nora. We rent a cottage every so often and hang out there. And I was taking Ripley for a walk, and we stumbled upon this cottage that was for sale. And it was this weird confluence of like strange events
Mac,
where
let's put it
like
let's put it simple and say it was magic.
it was magic. It was magic. There was stuff there. It was magic. So, and it was so magical that I'm like, man, I really want to get this cottage. And then I looked up how much it cost because it was for sale. There's no way I'm getting that. None time soon. I mean, I could barely afford a house right now, and how I would afford a second house, I don't know. So, yeah, there's that. Oh, what I'm doing here, I should probably tell people. I'm showing you how to convert Genestealers to be without the armor plates on their back and look more like this, which is like the old style, my version of the old style of Genestealers. So what I've done here is I've glued in just the vertebrae segment, and it's along the back, not the armor plates. I put no glue on the armor plates, and then I'm just using a chisel blade to carefully cut down beside that vertebrae segment and just remove the armor plates. That's what's going on here. But because I didn't put any glue on the armor plates, they come off very easily because they're just attached at those 2 points. Got a clean cut. Anyway, yeah, so this cottage was magical, and Hydra joked that instead of having the High Fleet Moloch yacht fund, that we should have the cottage fund.
Yes. It almost sounds like we need a new sticker for that.
Oh my god. Well, the catch is that part of my dream of this cottage is like I could make it into some kind of like nerd retreat where people could come and hang out and do cool art stuff. So maybe it's the nerd cottage. Maybe it's Rick Priestley's North American cottage. We're gonna actually build it.
Oh wow.
So Brett Evans, thank you for contributing to the Nerd Cottage Fund. I'll make sure that it benefits Hydra by allowing him to relax at said Nerd Cottage.
You'll buy a nice pillow.
Yes, I'll buy a nice pillow. One that you and Ripley can both share.
As Brett has said, the creature cottage.
I love it.
Great. The
do
creature
it.
cottage. How amazing is
I
that?
love it. You know what? Nora would be down. She would be so down. Oh, fun fact. I do this thing where I'm like, oh, my birthday's like forever from now. I've got all the time in the world. And then it's like around the corner. I'm like, oh crap. We're gonna have a special stream on Wednesday for my 41st birthday, entering the 41st millennium or whatever. And it's a special stream because Nora's gonna be on it. Gonna be joining us. We do these streams on Fridays, and then the weeks when we don't do these streams, we normally do a stream on Wednesdays. Wasn't able to do that last week, but we'll be doing it this week, and it will be in honor of my birthday. Nora will be there, and we're gonna do some hijinks. Nora actually came up with a game, like a Tyranid Games Workshop related game.
Wow.
That she's gonna run for us. Yep. And she also we did a thing where she's gonna get me a Games Workshop related present. I don't know what it is, and then I'm gonna open it on stream, and then she's gonna explain to me why she thought this was a cool thing to buy. And then I may get her to talk about what she thinks of the new Tyranid models.
Yes.
Because she loves aliens. Like, she loves aliens, she loves creatures, she loves monsters. So I would say she's an expert in that respect. Part of the reason we got married is that she told me she thought face huggers were cool. Like, oh man, this girl.
Yeah, I remember that. I also remember
Yeah.
that you said that she liked my tongue and
This is another thing that I do. If I'm trying to figure out if I want to be friends with someone, I show them Hydra's tongue and see how they react. It's quite the tongue. I feel like you should post it on your profile. Like, you don't even have to have your face in it.
This is private. You know, this is very private.
Okay, it's private.
I just
okay.
show it to persons who I care or I want to scare.
Nice. Okay, so maybe that'll be the thing, that if someone meets you in person, can you show them your tongue?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Speaking of not tongues, but meeting people in person, I'm an idiot because I met Average Joe Crude Dude today, and he gave me this. How cool is this? I know it's going to be delayed for you. It is a patch in the style of Jurassic Park that says Tyranids, and it has a silhouette of a Tyranid on it.
Wow.
And he said that he got it in the bottom of a random bits box that he got.
What?
And he was like, I don't know what to do with this. So he gave it to me. So now I have to put it on my work apron. I can find out where I put my work apron.
I've seen like
I've seen the design before.
Yeah, that's cool. As a patch, that works.
Yeah, and I'm an idiot. I didn't bring him anything. I didn't bring him a sticker. I didn't bring him nothing. So I'm a dweeb. I was too confused about this like whole thing I had to do for work. I was flustered. That's what I'm blaming.
Brett does say, I hope she bought you a Space Marine.
Oh God, she knows. She knows. There was a point where I was like saying something to her. I'm like, oh, I've got your video really zoomed in, Simon, and you keep moving.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Sorry for anyone watching at home who can't see what Hydra's sculpting because he keeps moving. We've talked about this before. There's no way for you to shift your camera lower, right? Because you're like,
Lower?
it's fine. I figured it out, but I'm not sure if we're getting like optimum resolution from your camera. Like, I mean, lower. Oh, actually, that's a good. Oh, look at you. Genius. I meant like towards your chest. Or maybe you can sculpt a little like toward. Yeah. Now you got it. Yeah, you got it, buddy. Yeah, you're nailing it.
Good.
I think the quality will be better. I think so. Show me where you want to sculpt. What feels comfortable? Just put the model wherever you feel comfortable.
This is where I want to sculpt.
Great. All right. I will adjust. Thank you.
Zoom out and enhance.
Enhance. There we go. Yeah, Nora, there was some point where I was talking about Space Marines or something, and I think I like was telling Nora about how there's the Space Marine model that I thought was kind of cool, and she's like, "Are you okay? Are you sure you're okay?"
Was
I'm not.
strangely.
I'm not understanding what's going on here. So she fully understands that Space Marines are not a thing. And if she bought me a Space Marine, it would be to troll me.
Unless it was a Terminator.
Oh no, I don't think she knows that that specificity that I do love Terminators. I've always loved Terminators. Like since like my earliest days of Warhammer, I thought Terminators were cool. Space Marines, I'm like, whatever. But Terminators were cool. Flynn, what about you? We haven't heard much about you. What have you been up to? Have you gotten your claws in your new Tyranids yet?
The new ones, as in the ones that got very recently released? No.
Yes.
But what
no, I'm sorry, buddy.
What I have been doing, though, is I have started getting some painting done on some termagants.
Oh, look at you.
But
Hey, are you part of the exchange? Did you sign up for it?
Yeah, I am. That's why.
Okay, good.
So
I'm impressed you're actually painting something.
yeah,
That's cool.
So it's started to get me into painting because it's after getting everything out, it's okay, take the time, slow everything down with the models, and
yeah,
it's more of because also I've heard the rumors from Valrak of what one of the Xmas boxes is going to be is the Tyranid box, and I'm actually.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that for anyone who needs to be in the know. So what is going to be in it? What did he rumor?
So,
I looked it up, but let's share it with everyone at home.
So he said that there's going to be a non-emissary or assimilator. So you've got to get the dual kit model. A Hive Tyrant kit is going to be in there as well.
Standard Hive Tyrant, the old one that we've had since 2012. But still a great kit. I love that kit. I'd buy another one tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, it's 2012. Jeez.
Great bits in there.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing bits in that kit. The arms. Oh my god, the winged arms. You can use them for everything.
I've already got a plan what I'll do with it. I'm able to be one of the lucky people to actually buy that kit because there's going to be a discount on that box, because they've always had a discount on it. There's going to be Hormigants and Genestealers, but we don't know how many Hormigants or how many Genestealers are going to be. But they're going to at least be 10 Genestealers and 10 Hormigants.
Yep.
So I'm looking forward to that kit because I've already got plans for what I'm going to do with that Hive Tyrant.
Yep.
So it's because I'm going to be getting an assimilator and an emissary. The Hive Tyrant is going to get a pair of assimilator arms, so the claws, and I'm going to be giving it a shoulder-mounted gun, which is going to be coming from the Biovore gun from the kit.
Yeah.
So you have it there as a shoulder-mounted gun. No idea what I would run it as, but it's going to be cool. And I'm also
whatever you want. Don't let Games Workshop tell you how to play with your toys.
Giving it the assimilator head with the beetle sort of horn sort of thing to it. So plans are already going in motion for everything. One annoying thing was doing the scheduling for Warp Shadow this month didn't work this week. Everything got scheduled. I found out you can only schedule 5 posts at a time. Fair enough.
Oh, and if you schedule more, it deletes your other ones?
No, it just didn't let you schedule those extra ones. But what happened was 4 of the posts didn't post on time, so I had to manually post them again. Because where I was, I didn't have any Wi-Fi, I only had my data. It just didn't want to post.
Yeah.
So it took an hour to post anything. So that's why I've got posts ready, even on my own page, but I just hadn't posted anything because it was just I just didn't want to.
And you can schedule on your own page as well as Warp Shadow, because the
No.
Warp Shadow page, I think I set it up as a business account or something. Is it only business
Only
accounts that can schedule?
business. This is where I got cut off on last time because my Wi-Fi router just overheated last time because of the heat in the UK.
Yeah.
So it's only business profiles where you can schedule on. And
Yeah, and to be clear, anyone out here can be a business account tomorrow if they really want to. You just have to go to your Instagram. You just have to change your setting to business, and you're good.
there's a reason I
Don't feel like.
I haven't done it because
What's the reason you haven't done it?
Because I would just watch the numbers and care too much about the numbers rather than posting anything I want to post.
Oh, let me tell you, you can have a business account and ignore the shit out of those
I
numbers. That's what I do.
Don't though. As soon as I have access to numbers, I look at numbers.
Yeah,
I would tell anyone.
I used to do that as
Go
well.
ahead, son.
Sorry.
Yep. No, go ahead.
I used to do that as well. And
Mhm.
I'm not really sure why, but at some point it basically has become very unimportant to me. Like at some point I was like, oh yeah, I want these numbers to go up, and I want these numbers to be like this and that. And I think what Instagram has lost me with is the feeling that I have so little control of what is happening.
Good point. That's a really good point. Why worry about those numbers when Instagram is just like leading you around by the nose? Like the reason they give you those numbers and the reason that your numbers are not going up is because they want you to pay for like boosting your posts and stuff like that.
I'd actually rather
So-
a post has more comments on it than the previous post. I'd rather drive like engagement in that way rather than I would like the post. Because I did the one for the codexes.
Yeah.
And I think that's like the third, I think it's like the second most post with the most comments on it. It's got the second most comments on that for the whole year so far. And
it was a good layout. I really liked it.
yeah. And instead of it just being, it's not got some of the most likes, but it's got some of the most comments because it was like a whole get people engaged on what was your favorite codex and why sort of thing.
Smart. I like that. And like that's something that Instagram should be prizing.
Yeah.
Like people actually interacting with. But I guess you can like game that and you can get a bot to do it for you.
Yeah, but it was just so many other people just like, yep, this. It was so good hearing people's like opinions on everything of why they like certain ones. Like third edition did come up quite a lot of people's favorite codex.
Mutable Genus?
Yeah,
Is that why?
there was that a bit of that. It was like some people's first codex.
Right.
I think third
customizability.
edition was a big growing phase for GW.
It was also the
Yeah, I think you're
artwork.
right.
People loved the artwork.
Whose artwork is in there?
So I think I think Adrian Smith on the cover.
It's Adrian Smith. Yeah, I think it's a lot of Adrian Smith, like
Yeah.
even inside. Like I think like Old One Eye in there is Adrian Smith, and there's a lot of it.
Yeah, because I know people saying like they love the artwork for it.
Yeah.
They did get a little bit of shtick about being don't have the limited edition codexes, and
Who cares?
me, it's like,
Who
I
cares?
don't-
Literally, who
I don't-
cares? If you're fancy and rich and you can pay for a special cover on your codex, that's great. There's nothing to do with the content.
it's,
I do not own a single special edition codex. I'm obsessed with Tyranids.
it's to me, special edition doesn't really add anything to it. It's nice to have,
No.
fair enough, but it does nothing. It's
Oh, I realized actually, Flynnhammer.
Mhm.
Thank you for posting that post where you showed all the codexes side by side.
Mhm.
I realized that we haven't had like an original back-to-back art codex since second edition, because the second edition codex had unique art. The third edition codex was unique. Wait, no, screwing this
Fifth
up.
edition.
Sorry, no, since third edition. Third edition codex was unique art. It was cool. But then fourth and fifth edition, it's basically the same art, just redrawn. Like it's like
Yeah.
a Carnifex in a field of random Tyranid crap with like Tyranids in like the same place and the same font. Slightly different font. They did a glow up
yeah.
on it. But they're basically the same design. And then you look at like 6th and 7th or whatever. Or is it 7th and I can't remember. 6th and 8th? I
That's
don't know.
6th and 8th, yeah.
I don't have one of those. Yeah, I don't have one of those. The one that has
Thank
like an
God.
actual border around it. I don't
Thank
have
God.
that.
I was about to exterminate me from this group because I don't have anything after I think the 5th.
Those are the good ones. I mean, there's still okay ones after that.
But yeah, but when I saw that post, I also felt like I cannot tell you I cannot tell them apart. They
Yeah,
all look
I
the
can't
same.
tell 4th and 5th apart. Like, I have 4th and 5th on my shelf. I'm like, which one of these is the older one? Which one of these is the newer one?
Oh, that's my favorite.
No, they're fine,
Okay.
but it's just the covers are so, like, uniform.
I know, I see what you mean. It's in regards to like it's a Carnifex in the middle, but
Yeah.
not
Field of Nid bullshit
but because of
with, like, almost the same font on both of them.
so the
That's a very boring font.
Screamer Killer, or what they would call a Screamer Killer now, it's attacking the Rhino, is the 4th edition codex with the Spore Mine dangling at the front and left. The
Okay.
Carnifex with the Crushing Claws, which more resemble the Stone Crusher Claws, is the 5th edition one. So I've done it in order. So
Okay.
2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 8th, 9th, 10th.
Oh, I get it, and I'm sure you did, but in my head, I cannot
Yeah.
keep those two straight.
If I was to
'Cause
hold
they're
them two
basically
up,
the
you
same
wouldn't
thing.
tell.
Yeah, so I feel like once I saw your post, I was like, well, I don't know why I'm so shocked the 8th and 9th, or the 9th and 10th edition codexes are the same cover with, like, slightly different Tyranid sigil in the background. Because they've been doing this for years. They've been doing this for decades.
Yeah. But it's also the 10th edition codex is more saturated, the colouring on
It
it.
is, you're right. You can see that very well in your post. That I like that the coloring on the cover is more. I feel like I should say a few words about this Genestealer kit since I'm messing around with it right here. I feel like the Genestealer kit has not gotten enough love from people. Like, I think when we talked about it in our group, and when we asked people in the chat what they thought of the new Genestealers and whether they were going to buy them, we saw a lot of, "Oh man, I already have so many Genestealers, I don't need more." But I think this kit is pretty good. Like, there's some stuff I don't love about it. Namely, I think the feet are too big on them. I think the hands are kind of big. But other than that, like, it's a beauty little kit. And like there are so many throwbacks to old design aesthetics. Like, for example, you got this weird hand here, which looks like it's like pitching a baseball or something like that. It's got these two fingers curled under. You're like, why would it do something like that? That's so, oh my God. It's literally a recreation of the 2nd edition blue plastic hand. Like, it's very close. And then you get like this hand, which is doing like a little bit of a Vulcan, like, Vulcan salute. And you're like, what? Why are the fingers like that? Why are they spreading like, oh, it's recreating the 3rd edition hand. I think those are really cute nods.
Yeah, I think
They're
those
really sweet.
the non-combat-y hands really did go for that element to it, and I really like that.
Hey, these are combat-y. They could stab some people.
And not the rending claw.
Back in 3rd edition, when we could give rending claws to other things, we would scam the extra hands because we'd say that Genestealers had 4 rending claw arms. One that looked like this, one looked like this, one looked like this, and one that
Do you miss the fact it doesn't have the Scything Talons, or was it just like the Scything Talons just always feel a bit like the design element for them on the Genestealers just looked a bit strange?
well, yeah, I didn't ever love them. Simon?
They didn't look strange. They look shit. There,
Yeah, they were stumpy.
they,
Super stumpy, the Genestealer.
there had been only one good Scythe Talon in that scale, and that were the Hormigons.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
And if you wanted Genestealers and took your Tyranid series, I think the only way was to harvest a box of Hormigons and use those kits. Use those.
Yeah, because I think in the 3rd edition codex, Games Workshop did a conversion of a blue Genestealer and put Hormigaunt talons on it, and it looked immaculate. It was gorgeous. But yeah, these, like, okay, so these talents, hold on a sec. I've got, what have I got? Got some examples here in my pile. Okay, so these are the new Hormigaunt Scything Talons, but they're very close to the old Hormigaunt Scything Talons, just like with their details scaled up. So look at the angles on this thing. And like, it's like very folded up, like it's getting ready to like spring out and stab somebody. Look at the angles on this thing. It's like right angle here. Why is there a right angle there? And then this is just like extended, like, and then some of them they're more retracted, but you still have a right angle here, and it's ugly as crap. Like it's uninspiring. But I have found that if you cut these talons off, the actual physical talon makes a good like bayonet or something like that. It can make like a decent mandible, a good horn. It's a very good horn for a Tyranid. But in this arm, I don't like it. Like the elbow spikies, yo, shout out to Creature Constructor with the spikies on every limb. The elbow spikies are kind of cool, but I never like these sighting talons.
I'll be back in a sec.
Also, look at how, yeah, sorry. Look at how this one's like curved. Look at how this one is just pretty much straight. Like there's kind of a suggestion of a curve there, but I don't love it.
I do like the new kit. I just want to get my hands on it because like I've seen this like from the Acid Maw head.
Yeah.
Just gives me elements of you could turn that into a frog.
Yeah, the mumps head.
Yeah.
Looks like he's got the mumps.
Yeah.
Wait, I've got him right here. Here he is. Here's our mumpsy boy.
Would it be too hard to turn it into like more frog-like, which would be quite cool?
That would be cool. You know who'd be into that? Between the Bolter and me. Yeah, he's got his like proboscis sticking out.
Yeah.
And he's got like this big bulge here in his cheek and then kind of like up in his head too. I would say that this is an improvement over.
Oh yeah, it is.
Oh, it's like I almost just did a video on these. This is definitely an improvement over the scrote head.
Yeah.
Where he's got a ball on his chin. This is a cool head. It's very bloaty looking with the toxin. It's cool though. I like it.
Or it's got hamster vibes.
Yeah, hamster who ate too many grains or whatever. And then we got just to remind you of how friggin' amazing the new heads are. That's what an old Genestealer feeder tendril head looks like, and this is what the new hotness Genestealer feeder tendril head looks like night and day.
Oh, yeah.
So much better. I can't explain how much better this is. This looks so limp and dead, and like the face just looks awkward. But like the face on this one, very nice.
Is there a Fleshhook's head?
Yep, it's like a implant attack / flesh hook.
Well,
so we got back in the day. This is what your flesh hook's head looked like on a Genestealer. Not a bad head. I didn't mind this one. I don't know why the flesh hooks were in the thing's mouth. It's gonna pull itself up from its mouth.
Wow.
And you got a couple of options on the new ones. You got this guy, kind of like an implant attack, but also kind of like a flesh hook. And then you got this guy, who's got like a retracted one.
Oh, that's definitely flesh. That's the other one, yeah. So
I was trying to, because I was looking at the old implants attack head, which was, this is a decent head, and Simon did some cool conversions with this head, which I like that it doesn't have any eyes and it's got that weird armor plate on the front. So I was trying to like say like one of these is like that and one of these is like that, but these two are basically the same with the thing just extended or pulled in.
Yeah. If anything,
and those are all the fancy heads you get. Other than that, you just get a bunch of open or closed mouth heads with tongues.
But you do get 10 of each, don't you?
You get 10 open closed mouth ones. You get 10 feeder tendrils. You only get like 2 of each of the other heads.
Yeah, that's fine.
The acid maw or the flesh hook implant attack thing.
The feeder tendrils is the one everyone wants anyway. So
yeah. It was funny. I was having an advanced look at the kits when what's his name?
Eric.
Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Eric's Hobby Workshop, when he got them from Games Workshop, he let me take a look. And I was like, oh my god, they've got feeder tendrils. There's enough feeder tendrils for all the Tyranids. This is huge. He's like, what's a feeder tendril? I'm like, did you honestly just ask me what a feeder tendril is? He's like, yeah, what's a feeder tendril? I'm like, buddy, you need to know more about Tyranids.
My sweet summer child.
I said to him, I'm like, hey, you know those like really cool like visor helmets that Dark Eldar have that everyone wants like 1,000 of? And he said yes. I think he probably wanted to say no. He probably said yes to be polite. I'm like, this is like the Tyranid version of that. Everyone wants 1,000.
They have been used in so many kit bashes and stuff. Like when the Venom threat
Yo,
came out.
mark my words. Mark my words. I'm going to take one of these Genestealer feeder tendril heads and put it on a lictor, and I think it's going to look good.
Oh, you know what it reminds me of my
What?
warriors.
Wait, Simon, what were you sculpting there? You had something that you were like, that was like a lot of green stuff.
Oh, I already figured out what that is. Can I
Yeah.
guess?
Is that the bust?
The lictor.
Oh,
No, I didn't think so.
Well, it looks like either
What
a
is it?
lictor or a throne.
Oh, is it for Marco?
hi.
Do you not want to say?
Yeah,
Okay, we say
It's a
nothing.
surprise.
yeah, kind of.
Can we see it again? Can we just have a look?
No.
What? You had it on screen. Okay, I'm going to go back and watch the VOD. I'm going to
I
scrub
can see
back.
what it is.
Anyone watching this recorded, you scrub back and you look at that thing that Simon had up on the screen, because I need to look at that later.
If you can clip it, clip it. I don't know if Nick's channel's got the ability to clip yet, but do it.
Whatever.
I want. Well, one of the first conversions I did was gluing. Well, for Tyranids was building a warrior, and then gluing the feeder tendril head of a Genestealer to it.
Yeah.
And then I used one of those chitinous plates to cover the gap in the neck a bit to give it more of that lictor hood.
Yeah.
Kind of makes me feel like exactly doing that with the new Genestealer feeder tendril head.
Cool.
So that's actually a question I had planned for you guys. Like, what were your first conversions, just in general? However, I don't want you to answer it yet. The reason,
Wait, go through the chat.
that's why.
You go through the chat.
I will be, because it's like I'm going to paste in chat once I find it, if I can find it. Because obviously I know we've got the whole, you've got a post on your communities part of your channel in regards to like a Q&A sort of submission of questions.
Oh, yeah.
So
I've had one person email me. So we're going to do an, thank you, Flynn, for mentioning this. We have an episode of the Creature Conference where we're going to be answering people's questions, whether about sculpting, whether about our hobby, whether about green stuff, whether about Tyranids. So please email me your questions. And in the subject of the email, put stream questions and email them to me. My email is modernsynthesist. Don't forget the T on the end at gmail.com. So sorry, is that what you wanted to plug?
that's what I was wanting to
I figured I
plug.
should plug that. Yeah, so please email me at modernsynthesist@gmail.com. You can, like, Lynn, thanks for linking to the community post. I realize it's probably not the best place to generate questions. And I think the only person who posted a question is Dwarfenage, so it's a plant. But yeah, please email me your questions. Like any questions you might have, like sculpting questions, green stuff questions, hobby hack questions, history questions, whatever you
How
want.
we tame the 5th member each week.
Also, oh, that sounds dirty. Before we get into that, Flynn, I just want to note that so I've got this Genestealer pretty much assembled stock from the box. The only thing I did was when I put that piece of that vertebrae into its spinal column, that's how the shoulder plates slot in. I made sure to put glue only on the vertebrae, not on the shoulder pads. Went in with a chisel. I just cut the connecting points between the vertebrae and the shoulder pads. And now you can just like plug the arms in, and then the rest of like this conversion happens with like green stuffing. If you want to, I'm not going to do it on this one because I'm just going to build it stock. But with this Genestealer here, I went in and I clipped. I clipped these pegs off so that I could position the arms whatever way I wanted. So you can do that if you want to position your arms. The only thing I'd recommend is that if you're doing that, you're going to wind up with a ball socket here when you clean it up. And then you're going to try and glue that into this. There's a little bit of a ball socket here, but when I was trying to do it on my own, I felt like there wasn't enough connective tissue there. So I got a pin vise and I drilled in here to like open up this ball socket so that I had more material to connect it to and made it easier to pose the arms. Pose the arm.
Just
So it made it easier to pose the arms with the ball socket with that pin clipped and with this drilled out a bit.
Just like that forum
That's something to
post
consider.
said about what you could do for those arms.
What are you talking about?
The
What are you referring to?
that forum post, which was ended up on Pointy Parts, but oh, these are the new models. This is what they could be.
Oh, what? Fuck. Don't even talk. Move on.
Inside joke.
Move on. Ancient history, not important. Okay, do you want to go through the chat?
Yeah. So we have a few guys saying like More Ninja, Blitz, Diana, Wilson, loving the patch. Evil Laugh says,
Oh, nice.
is it Tyrannic Park then?
I like it.
Uh,
That's a good one.
Succeed, damn you, says Space Marine, aka
Best name.
Base Decoration. Bits.
Oh, yeah.
More Ninja goes with the Lictor without the Mantis Claw. Looks very much like a, now I'm going to say this wrong, Dromaeosaur?
I don't know what that is.
Dinosaur. Jordan Hill says, petition to get Mrs. Pink to buy the entire Space Marine line without the termies.
So it's not Mrs. Pink, it's Nora. We call her Nora. Nora the Norn Queen. But yeah, I get what you mean. That is a horrible thing, and I would set them on fire.
It's been a while since we've had Nora just pop up in chat. That was hilarious when that happened the first time. Because she had no idea.
She's got better things to do.
So Diane says, does that mean you cross the crossingless dual carriage? Oh, no, she's talking to Tom about his way home.
In the chat on our stream. Amazing.
He did mention
these people live together.
He did mention about just finishing watching Lord of the Rings Fellowship of the Ring Extended Edition, and Diana goes to him, you basically berates him for you shouldn't be watching while walking home. And they're just giving each other updates of where they are. So instead of texting each other, like other members of society would,
they're here anyway.
Thing.
YouTube's a pain. You can't have YouTube open and text at the same time. So I support you watching this stream and texting your loved ones.
Give us that engagement. Engagement.
Yeah, we like chat engagement.
Speaking of engagement, if you're enjoying this shit show so far with all the difficulties we're having, drop a like on the stream.
One thing that I wanted to note about the Genestealer kit while we're here, place where they got lazy, the toes, they have a bit of the like, what's it called? Space Hulk. Is Simon gone?
I'm just here. They're talking.
Oh, okay. So no, but you don't have anything on your screen. I didn't know what was going on. I thought you were frozen.
No.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, on the new Genestealer kit, it's got a bit of the like Space Hulk Genestealers where they did the weird thing where they would do some detail here and then they would just like extrude it to the next one.
Webbing.
Which is gross.
Yeah.
So
webbing. Yeah. Unintentional webbing, but not even detail. Like you can see this line just extends across, which makes no sense at all.
It's like the design for it. Head, check. Shoulders, check. Knees, yeah. Toes, no.
Yeah, like whatever. Can't be perfect. I get it. But yeah, it annoys me. So if you want to be extra, you can go in there and cut out the webbing. What? Like I did that here. I cut out the webbing.
For a company that is capable of, when you think about this very delicate hand, this one vampire holding the sword head, for someone who can do this, there's basically to me no excuse to have something like this webbing.
Yeah,
I think you're right.
But what I found highly interesting was the angle when you hold the Genestealer, like showing its back. I think the old ones were very squat around the shoulders, so they were almost like a turtle. And these new ones, I assume you glue on those carapace pieces afterwards, but when you leave them away, they have a very thin silhouette from above. And if we would have new homogons, those would be perfect for new homogons. And it makes me wonder.
I got a new Hormigaunt right here.
Yeah, just out of curiosity, it makes me wonder how the thing would look if you would give it for the mid limb one of those very small scything talons, and for those front limbs scything talons like the regular Hormigaunt scything talons, and gaunt.
Oh,
Ooh,
Just mix those
interesting.
two.
Nick, I've just
Yeah.
noticed something now because I'm able to see like a bigger, clearer focused picture on the actual back carapace. So when
Mhm.
we first saw it, we were like, oh, they didn't keep like the webbing in between like the armor plates on the back.
They
They've got
did a
some
bit.
little bit of it, but
Yeah.
that does help to like if anyone wants to go in there and just exaggerate it.
Sculpt it in
Yeah, you could just take
like this. This is not a great sculpt. I kind of like
Ooh.
I did it and then I went to take a picture and I shoved my finger in it, but
Ooh.
it's
so,
you could totally do it.
yeah, it's just saying that you take that middle. I can't see your thing just yet because it's not showing on for me yet. But I'm thinking, you take out that middle, the first 3 spines, take out the middle spine, and you can put it in there. Oh no, not
Oh,
this.
oh,
Yeah,
I see what you mean.
yeah.
Oh, that's kind of
So what
brilliant.
you?
Like you
Yeah,
could clip. Yeah, you could clip. Oh, I don't have my example, but you could clip this one here and then just fill this as thing, and then maybe clip this one here and do another hump
yeah.
there.
That's what I was thinking for it. Because like, the way you've
Damn,
done
that's a
it
good
there
idea,
looks
man.
like the what, 4th edition Genestealer without that the carapace going over the shoulders sort of bit. But that's how you could do that bit. Just seeing it now.
Yeah,
As I say, it's sometimes it is the paintwork that they do when they show the models don't really help. Seeing the bare
yeah.
plastic, but closer up is always better, in my opinion.
Also, hey, check this out. Look at the size of these foot differential. Like the new foot versus the old foot. It's a massive paw. I mean, like neat, different, but I don't know if I would want maybe a smaller foot.
You know what they say about those big paws?
Big
Ha
socks.
ha ha ha.
No.
It's a big sock for that paw.
I thought about little puppies when they have those big feet that they will grow bigger. Maybe it's an indication that every
Oh,
Genestealer has the potential to become a Primarch.
every Genestealer has the potential to become a Norn emissary.
Oh, Patriarch. Oh, yeah, because the law around
Patriarch, yeah.
around it is it's the Patriarch is the first Genestealer to make planetfall. Same apparently for the Broodlord, but
Yeah,
But they always need a new
I
one.
never got the Broodlord and the Primarch figured out.
Patriarch.
Yeah,
so
to me,
Patriarch
it was always the Patriarch.
Yeah. So the Patriarch's for the cultists, the Broodlord is for the actual Hive fleet. Is the only way you can make the descent between the two of them.
We're talking about Genestealer cult. My friend Matthias.
Yep.
Matthew. That's the English word. The English.
No, call him Matthias. It's a much cooler name.
Yeah. So Matthias is a friend of mine, and he actually has now a fully mobile Genestealer cult. Who he painted like 6 or 8 vehicles up for his cult, which is pretty amazing.
Nice.
Does he have?
Are any of them converted to be
That's what I
limos?
was going to ask.
No, he's more into the painting aspect of things and not so much into
Yeah.
the converting.
Converting?
But yeah, so he has introduced me into the idiocracy that is the Genestealer cult in the current edition. So because what he did was he used print files to print the vehicles.
Yeah.
And then he told me what he would have paid if he had bought all those single vehicles.
Ah, gotcha.
I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
If he's got a 3D printer, there is I think there is a file for a Genestealer cult limousine 3D print.
Oh, nice.
You
But
can just use it
Nice.
as a rock grinder or whatever it is.
Is it a good one though?
I'm not such a fan of the rock grinder where it has those tools on the shovel. But what I really love are
Yeah.
those sleek fast vehicles.
Bikes?
No, not bikes.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
buggies.
The Ridge Runner?
Yes.
I was thinking the 4x4s, the quad bikes,
No, those like little.
the Ridge Runners. Yeah.
Are those the Ridge Runners? I feel like the Ridge Runner is that big thing from.
It's bigger, yeah. Are you talking about the one that comes with the bikes? You get like 2 bikes and then you get an ATV
Yeah,
with a gun on the back?
probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the quad bike.
Wolf Quad? Wolf Quad, isn't that what it's called or
It's a
something?
quad bike to me. Don't know the actual name of it. But
Yeah.
it's a quad
No,
bike.
no.
It's called a
I
Wolf
just
something.
checked it. It's the Ridge Runner that I mean.
Oh, okay.
One that looks like a dune buggy.
Yeah, a dune buggy. Yeah, that's so cool. I love that concept. And finally,
Yeah, go ahead.
we were talking about one of I think you mentioned like the first conversion we ever did.
Oh no, that was for a question for like.
Make sure you save these.
So I'm
Yes.
saving it.
They'll
That's
be
what you say.
useful later.
But because the
Make sure you save these.
conversation we were going down, so I was thinking that was that, and that was a good segue into it.
So just I'm not showing anything, but one of my first conversions was building one of those buggies.
When you were like for Space Marines or something, or what are you
Yes.
talking?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I remember seeing that in like one of the White Dwarfs. Someone did that for some Imperial Guards as like some quad bikes or some bikes with them and stuff. But they only had like the Rough Riders with the horses at the side.
Huh.
Okay, dudes, I need some help.
What?
Dudes, dudettes, friends of all genders, I need some help. I got this mini lictor
Yeah.
who I'm trying to make from the Genestealer kit. And I did a simple conversion to get him more upright. I'm going to detail that in a video. I put the head on. I did some green stuffing to get the head at a better angle. I took parts. So when I was creating this guy, I took the like leftover armor plates that I cut off this Genestealer, where I removed the armor plates from his back. And I actually cut these in half here. And I took the top part and I built this kind of like ridge on his back to be like lictors because they have that extra like armor plate on the back where their mantis arms come from. And then I cut the lower parts and I mounted them on his chest as kind of like the armor that you see on a lictor that swoops around to the front. But now I need to put the lictor arms on. I'm not 100% thrilled with how I did this thing on the back because I feel like the lictor arms are going to mount too close to his head. But I've got a couple of options, and I wanted to get people's opinion on which option you think would look best. Oh wait, I should get one more option. I just need to. So first option, which I don't want to go with, are the new Hormigaunt talons.
No,
because they would be a very expensive option. Oh, there's the other one stuck to my arm.
That would
That's
give
good.
me Blue Beetle vibes too much, and I don't like the look of that.
Yeah, so we got like these little tiny Hormigaunt arms mounted on his shoulders. They don't look like they could do very much. They're like angled forward more. They seem like little wings. They're not great. And then, because I'm a crazy person who converted a bunch of Von Rein's Leapers. Oh, FYI, I probably have to call this in 15 minutes because my cousin is coming over.
Yay.
He lives in New York. Oh, Simon met him.
Yeah.
Simon was in his apartment.
Yes.
Remember Will?
Of course.
Will's
Please send my
in Toronto
regards.
visiting. I will. So then I have some Von Ryan Leaper talons that I have just like kicking around. I have to mess with the angle because the angle here is not ideal. But I do have these. Could use them.
Don't even need to look at it. That was what I was thinking of straight away. Oh wait, which ones are you using? Oh no, not those ones.
Yeah. Okay, we're getting there. And then because I'm an even more cuckoo person, I actually have like spare big Von Ryan's Leaper talons from when I was converting my psychic Tyrant Guard. Shit, these
Psychic Tyrant Guard. I haven't seen those ones.
you've seen this. Look like this. Maybe I just didn't tell you. Oh wait, that is not in focus. Oh, my glasses, fantastic. Here's the Psychic Tyrant Guard that I made out of Von Ryan's Leapers. You're not in focus. Be a jerk.
May I?
Sec. May you? May you what? Give your opinion?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Those last Scythian talents look the most fitting. But
Damn it, they're so big.
yes,
They're so expensive to get.
yes, they are too long. So I would
What?
I would shorten them to
The actual talon part or the arm part,
yeah,
or what are you saying?
I think the what could work. So the talon part, so the segmented chitinous part, that's definitely too long. That's way too long.
Yeah, so I had a crazy idea about cutting off part of this and using one Von Ryan's Leaper arm to make 2 different mini Lictor arms. Whereas for one of them, I keep the back part and then I put a different tip on it. And for the other one, I keep the front part and I build a different back for it.
To be honest, I'm just thinking it's
Why-
the ankle.
Question: Why do you not use warrior warrior Scythian talon arms and make those reproduce those segmented chitinous, Lictor Scythian talons onto them?
Question.
To play devil's advocate, if I may,
Yeah, go for it.
I just feel like with the warrior arms, because of when they were designed, like the level of detail, not for like when you do the sculpting for the actual chitinous plates, it's just that the flesh on the arm just don't have that much detail, and it would be something that would draw the attention to it. I honestly think it's more of the pose of those talons. So if you went for one of the talons as like the more closed talon from the Von Ryan's Leapers, I think that would work in a better way.
Yeah, but then I need like a very specific talon, and
Yeah.
it's already going to be tough enough to get Von Ryan Leaper's talons. But I just need that one. I mean, I can convert them to be closed, but
Yeah, it's just I think it is that the pose of the talons themselves is the main issue for it. Is I think those are the best ones to use for it. The only other one would be, and I know you used them before on like the standard gaunts, the Genestealer cult ones that look a bit like the talons, but they just look too short.
oh, not possible. Not possible. You mean the ones that come one talon to a whole box of acolytes?
Yeah, that's the only one. But they're just
And I had to beg and steal to get 2 of them for my Thin Man Lictor dude.
Yeah.
Never gonna happen. You're right. Those are the best ones. I'm never gonna be able to source them. So here he is with some warrior talons, which would be harder to come by, but I do have My earphones are dying.
oh no.
Get you guys back.
Well, we're
I can hear you. So here are the warrior talons. Oh, damn it, Simon, you're making me thirsty. What is that? Is that Storm?
No, that's Sky.
Oh, Sky. Okay.
Yes.
So what do you think of the warrior talons? Or maybe just the talons, not the arms?
I just had another idea because I think the arms they're too thick.
Yeah.
Because the new proportions are more delicate, and you have your other Genestealer lying around in the back. And I thought, I'm not sure how many extra arms are in there, but if you can use kind of one of those arms, like with a already nicely angled arms from the existing Genestealers, and just give them a different Scythian talon on top, then you might be on a track, because they have already a fitting proportion to the rest of the model, right?
You mean an arm from the new Genestealer kit?
Yes. Just not with hands on the end, but with something
yes.
that looks more like this this mantis.
So that is a good suggestion. Just for, you know, the sake of devil's advocate, and because I have 1,000 of them lying around because I hate them. Here are the old Genestealer Talon arms. I feel like the actual arm might not be that bad, even though the Talon looks like a butter knife.
I
Yep.
just think that
Okay, I could hear you guys the whole time. I was trying to tell you to keep talking.
yeah, no, it wasn't. Nothing was coming through on stream. But stream's now just caught back up, and it's just went again. But it's back.
Apparently my internet hates us today.
Yeah, it's the 5th member. I just think.
Well, I think my internet senses that I need to call this. Well, right now YouTube's telling me I have an excellent connection, so lies.
Well, it is now, but it wasn't then.
You guys still there?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So because I got really lucky, and that store that I went to today with Average Joe Crude Dude, they have this whole box of Genestealery stuff. Oh, stream not. Oh no, it's just behind. They have this whole box of Genestealery stuff for like super cheap. I have one of these old mantis claws. What?
Because it was like that's never gonna happen, and then you just pull out a claw.
Listen, this is literally okay. So I'm doing the thing, you know, the thing we talk about sometimes where you save like your best bits and like you never use them because you're like, oh, I'm gonna save this for the perfect project sometime. Whoa, look at these cute little siding talons on the old on the cultists.
Wait, what
Not
kit,
terrible.
Jones, what kit is that?
Acolytes. Genestealer called Acolytes.
Good kid.
Normal dudes.
Yeah, so here's the thing. I think people forget how small this Talon is because I converted the crap out of it. For
Yeah,
my
you
finger.
made it longer, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I still think it's a brilliant one. It's a good place to start. Because
Yeah.
Fucking tiny.
yeah, it is effing tiny. But
Seriously, in the with your sculpting skills, in the time to make
up.
this
Shut
longer,
up.
What?
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
What?
I know what you're gonna say. I don't want to hear it. Okay, go ahead.
You take a rather thick metallic wire.
Yeah.
Stick it to the point where the old Genestealer scything talons enters the hand thing. Where you cut away the blade from the old Genestealer thing. You leave the thumb where it is, and just drill a hole and use some wire and extend it to the length that you wanted the mantis claw to be, and then you fucking sculpt it.
Just fucking sculpted. Just fucking draw the owl, Jones. Just draw the fucking owl.
Well, for freaking,
so this one's
for God's
great,
sake,
but like
you take the advice from the video that I never did for Simso shield thing, and
oh man, I got to do that.
Whatever leftover green stuff you have, you roll to make those just like I did. Just roll it so it's pointy on both ends.
Yeah. Make teeth.
Make teeth, make talons, let it dry, and then you cover the lower side of it with
this stupid bullshit crapness. Reconnection successful. Can you hear me swearing right now? Oh my lord. Oh my lord.
This is
You're back?
my time to hit the
as soon as Nick gets back.
Sorry guys.
Yeah, it's a bye-bye from Possible.
Hi, can you hear me?
if he comes back at all.
If.
Damn it, can you hear me?
Oh.
Hello? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're back clearly. Yes.
All right, we should just kill
Clear
this
again.
thing. We should kill this thing.
Yeah, kill it.
Yeah.